Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. It's so exciting. First, to take our couch this morning, an international cooking sensation. It's Nigella Lawson. It's so nice. She joined us once before. Obviously, you loved us so much. You said to your people, you know what? I got to get another gig back here in the Morning Blend,
I said,
right?
if you don't get me here, you're fired.
Nowhere.
Today she's here because
you think I'm joking.
No. I love that you're not joking. I like that. I want to ask her about her sexy curves, her new projects, and even she's going to cook for us today, which is so exciting. It's so great to have you back.
Oh, it's lovely.
Thank you. I mean, you travel all over the world. How do you stay looking so great and get up this early in the morning and cook and do all that you do?
Makeup. Lots of it. But I don't travel that much over the world because, you know, I've got a family, so I take them with me when we go to Italy. But otherwise, I don't travel that much. Most of the time, I am to be found at home in kind of sweatpants and my hair in a clip, and and wearing glasses.
Like most mothers, I think a lot of mothers would relate to that. You've got 3 kids, you live in London, but you're here in the States a lot filming for your shows and doing your book tour for Nigellissima, your new book. This is one of what, 8? How many books do you have now?
I know it's really awful, but I don't count. I don't know if it's the 8th or the 9th.
I think it's the 8th I read. I think that's correct. I'm not sure. And you don't know either.
I'll take your word for it.
But it's amazing. People love what you do. What's new about this cookbook?
Well, you know, because I think we all cook in our own style and we speak in our own voices, nothing is ever going to be radically new. But this really is the first book I've ever done with such a single focus, and the focus is Italy. Now, I went to Italy when I was 17. I said, you know what? Something's wrong. I'd been made English, but really I was meant to be Italian. And so in order to be Italian, I had to go to Italy and learn how to speak Italian. And I went there and I said, I'll do absolutely anything to earn a living except clean restrooms. You can imagine what happened.
Yes.
Got a job as a chambermaid, cleaning restrooms.
No.
Yes.
I read that about you completely immersed yourself, and that was something that you did for this gap year in between learning language at Oxford, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was really good. And what was very nice, I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but the granny there in the little chambermaid place, the pensione, the nonna from Central Casting, she used to want company in the kitchen, so I'd sit there watching her cook. And also because, you know, chambermaiding is not really highly lucrative as a career, I had to cook and eat on a budget, and that really teaches you how to cook.
Yeah.
And it was so inspiring being in Italy, you know, all of it, their passion, the whole attitude, the produce, and so that's my life. And I've never really been able to keep away from Italy for that long.
I love Italy. I visited Italy and I was there. And it's one of those places that when you go, you could live there. You could stay there forever because the people, like you said, it's just a way of life there, the passion, everything that they do.
I mean, they're warm and welcoming, and it's infectious, that appetite for life. And I think it's important because we've only got one life, so you've got to wring as much pleasure out of it as you possibly can.
I think so too.
You know, something I think is funny, first of all, the fact that you worked in bathrooms, cleaning bathrooms is hilarious, but also in the article I read that you gave to People magazine, you talk about seeing this refrigerator on MTV Cribs.
Yes, Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. Which I think is hilarious that you watch Cribs, and then the fact that you saw it's like the world's largest refrigerator, and you needed it, and you have it.
I know, but it took me a long time to save up for it and get it. You know, I just dreamt of it. And then I moved house, and I moved into something that had been a brewery in the olden days, so it's quite big. And I got my fridge, and I kiss it. I go, I stroke it, I kiss it.
Is it in your bedroom?
No, but actually, it's an open plan house, so essentially there are only 2 rooms. There's a kitchen and a bedroom. What more do you want?
Exactly. That's all you need.
That's all you need. I keep a lot of water. I am a self-confessed aquaholic.
Oh, nice.
If I don't if I don't drink about 3 gallons of water a day, I don't feel good.
Wow, 3 gallons. So you really hydrate.
I really, really do. Anyway, it's good for the skin, and less good for the skin, but really delicious is I do keep about 100 weight of bacon.
I love that.
I need bacon in the house.
Yeah, bacon.
Bacon. A lot of bacon, a lot of cheese, a lot of eggs.
No, I want
And
to ask.
also always a chicken or two.
Yeah,
A couple chickens.
and those are the kind of the eggs that you do are different, aren't they?
Well, I do a bit.
You do duck eggs.
Well, I don't always. You know, if I find
Okay.
interesting eggs, I get them. And duck eggs, they're large and really creamy and delicious.
You know, it's interesting. You talk about cheese and bacon and butter and cream, and you look thinner to me than the last time you were
Yeah.
here. I've always thought you looked absolutely
I
fabulous.
go up and down like all women, but actually, I'm at an age when you have to make a decision, unless, you know, if you still want to fit through doors. And it's, you either eat less or move more. So I took up exercise. I always vowed I never would, but I took up exercise because I knew dieting was never really going to be on the cards.
What kind of exercise do you do?
I do Pilates. I was actually told to by my doctor because I have funny back, had a car crash when I was younger, but quite dynamic Pilates, and I do a bit on the treadmill, and I go uphill. I never run.
Okay.
A lady should never run. I walk
I'm gonna
uphill.
take that to heart.
No, but I was told that it's very bad for the face.
Yeah,
I
'cause
have
it-
heard
it-
that.
It's like the more
It's bad for the face.
Yeah.
But I walk briskly uphill.
Okay.
That's
Good for the
this
bum.
part.
Yeah.
And I do that,
for
and
the
I play a lot
back.
of loud music. At the moment, I'm playing the soundtrack from Pitch Perfect all the time.
I love that.
good one.
It's
That's
so
a great
uplifting.
movie.
It's so uplifting. And so I do that, and I do weights, but little lady weights, because I like the fact I'm worried about getting muscly. I mean, I don't have a muscle in my body. But anyway, so I do little ones like this, and then occasionally I'm forced to do lunges.
Lunges, those are like a key How do you feel about people always talking about your curves? Do you like having curves?
Well, you know, when I did the taste in the show for ABC, I did say to them, do not airbrush my tummy out, because I think it's really unfair for women that to always be presented with these idealized forms where everyone is stretched and, you know, made thinner. And I earned that. And they're not taking it.
And she pats her tummy.
They're not taking it away from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
so-
You mean having kids and eating and
eating more, you know,
Yeah.
eating, but it's not just that. It's that it's not, you know, it's not huge. It's just a tummy, and I feel that to make people feel bad for having what is, after all, a normal anatomy is not helpful. So although I don't think, you know, just what I look like is what I am, I feel it's quite important, you know, to be on TV when most women on TV are tall, thin and blonde, and I offer the alternative.
I like that. You're a fantastic
Yeah.
alternative, I think.
I'm also a big fan of all the rules that you have in your house, because you've got teenagers and a lot of parents out there.
What, no texting at table?
No electronics, right? At tables.
No phones at table, but they do try and do that, and no.
Mine do too. I have
And
that
no
rule
ki-
too, and it's always, I see it right in
But
front of them.
can I just tell you where I get into trouble? Because I tweet everything I eat, and every now and then, so I take a photo and they say, Mum, so I say, I'm not doing it now, I'm just photographing it.
Yeah.
I thought, oh dear.
Whoops. Yeah, I know.
Anyway, a mother's place is in the wrong. So
That's right.
Always. Well, I know it's great. You've got over 2,000 cookbooks in your own kitchen.
5,000.
5,000.
5,000. You
Oh
got
my
a
gosh.
library of cookbooks.
I do. But then, you know, I'm just a little obsessive.
Yeah,
just
that's
a tad.
awesome.
And that's what makes you so good at what you do. So you're going to cook with us here in
I
a
am.
second, and you're going to share with us a really great recipe. You're going to show us how to make one of your favorite hangover recipes for when you're feeling a little HE double hockey sticks, right?
I like that face.
I like
Can I
that
borrow
too.
it?
Sure, because it's going to be eggs in purgatory.
Eggs in purgatory. I always say, when you feel like hell, it's heaven.
Exactly.
I love it. We'll be right back. Stay with us.